Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this is going to be my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 5 video. We got to meet Mockingbird for the first time, which was totally awesome. Sky's dad had a big WTF, and Marvel dropped a giant Age of Ultron bomb. Next week, the big news is they're going to be posting the first official Avengers 2 trailer during Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. during the episode. I already did a breakdown of the Comic-Con trailer. I'll add a link in the description. But they're basically going to be posting new footage. Like, the new trailer will be all new stuff. Just because that's such a huge deal, that'll be the first video that I post Tuesday night. I'll post that before I post The Flash, so be sure to subscribe to get that. I'll explain what's going to be going on in that trailer, like what we're going to be seeing at the end of this video. But careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet. So starting with top 5 moments. Number 5, Hydra is trying to weaponize the obelisk. That group at the beginning that they were testing it on were people with ties to S.H.I.E.L.D. They used cells from that woman in the cafe to try and reverse engineer the effects. The interesting thing about that is that there really aren't that many people that have actually touched the obelisk, so whenever Kraken was talking about tissue cells, he was talking about her. And before all this shit went down, I feel like he was going to put Simmons on that work, like she was going to be working on obelisk research. There was actually a really cool Simmons Hell Cow Easter egg. So when they were talking about milk from the Hell Cow, that's a character named Bessie from the comics. She appeared in Giant Size Man Thing issue number 5. So the story goes that she was a regular cow, Dracula drank her blood, she died, her farmer buried her, then 3 days later she rose as a vampire cow. So now she's like a vampire cow with humanoid qualities. She had a crossover with Howard the Duck, so you could also view it as like a Howard the Duck Easter egg. Number 4, Raina is in trouble. I feel kind of bad for her character, but it's like a classic Mystique situation where the evil temptress becomes sympathetic because she gets mistreated by the heroes who think that she's an enemy, and she gets mistreated by her own allies, the other villains. So I feel like we're headed for like a Mystique Magneto situation. Like they're going to set Raina up as a double agent inside Hydra, especially now that Sky's dad is working with them. It seems like what she wants is just the evolution of the human race, like the natural progression of things. And as we saw at the end, Kraken and Sky's father really only care about themselves, even though both their goals are a little bit different. Tiny Violins, of course, she is a verified scumbag, so of course she's going to burn Team Coulson at the end. Think about it this way, as like the Mystique of the series, she's just going to hop around the chessboard between the heroes and the villains and try and walk away at the end. I don't think of her as an agent of chaos, but she is a bit of a Loki right now, just hopping back and forth between good and evil. We did get a little teaser for her backstory too, so apparently Sky's father did something to her. It sounds like it was way more than just give her a place to live and food to eat, like he helped her attain some skills. It seems like she has low-level passive mutant abilities, and she's just trying to unlock her true nature, which screams Inhumans. I don't know that that's where the series is going necessarily, but it just feels like everything she's been talking about for the past 2 seasons so far has screamed Inhumans. Think about it this way though, the obelisk is an alien device, so it could be what Marvel is using to represent the Terrigen crystals. And if that's the case, the map that everyone keeps talking about could be a map to Attilan, the city of the Inhumans. Number 3, Coulson comes clean about the alien markings. Based on the way that he described the carvings, he makes it sound like a really unconscious thing. Like he doesn't think about what the map is supposed to look like, it just comes out that way. So I'm thinking 2 possibilities, Inhumans or Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'll explain Inhumans first. The whole idea behind Terrigenesis is that it unlocks something inside you that's hidden, or just strips away the shell. So Coulson's subconscious is forcibly working its way to the surface. It could be an early stage of what happens whenever you take in the Terrigen Mists. Not everyone survives them. The ones that do survive become Inhumans and get crazy powers. It's like a way of saying the Inhumans are trying to usher in a brave new world. Not everyone is meant to live in it. Like Garrett, for instance. Coulson said he thought Garrett was not meant to survive that Kree formula. Marvel is pretty convoluted when it comes to who has the rights to do what on TV and film. It's all different, but I do believe they have the rights to do the Inhumans if they wanted to. If that's what's going on, the map could just be a map to Attilan, or it could be a genetic map. The other possibility is that the carvings are a literal map to something from the Guardians of the Galaxy stories, like an outer space story. There is a link between Kree and Inhumans, so if it's like a Guardians tie-in, then it would be more Kree than Inhumans. Here's why I think this is less likely though. I don't think it's going to be a Guardians crossover. James Gunn said that Guardians 2 was not going to add any new human characters, and that he kind of just wanted them to exist off on their own little corner of the Marvel Universe. Meaning that the Guardians stuff just wouldn't directly overlap with the other Marvel movie stuff. Even if that's true, I think that the Obelisk, or the Diviner, or whatever you want to call it now, is Kree in origin. So there is a subtle link to the Guardians of the Galaxy universe, in terms of the movie universe, that is. Number 2, shit goes down at Hydra. The standoff between Raina and Coulson was pretty funny. Coulson just not buying her bullshit. We all knew that Mockingbird was going to be a double agent though, so that reveal wasn't as surprising. The promos last week pretty much spoiled all that. That Black Widow scene that she got though, that was pretty badass. Simmons, of course, always hilarious in situations like that. I think it makes the action work that much better. I mean, I don't like S.H.I.E.L.D. when it takes itself too seriously. It's just a lot more fun to play those Simmons reactions off the crazy Bashki villain. In real life, the actors were actually sitting right next to each other live tweeting the episode. I always laugh a little whenever you see villains and heroes on shows just chilling out like bros in real life. I mean, it's just a Hollywood thing, but it's funny when you see them behind the scenes. The rooftop jump was probably my favorite stunt from the episode, with the Quinjet reveal. They keep giving Simmons crazier and crazier stunts, so I'm interested to see if she and Fitz get like a big shared action moment now that they've been reunited. And that was big, them actually being in the same room together. It ended up feeling like a bit of a downer though. I feel like it's going to take several episodes before Fitz warms back up to her. And, my number 1 moment, Mockingbird joins the team. I don't know how many episodes are on her contract. Hopefully she'll be here through the season 2 finale next year. I'm talking like the back half episodes. She did say that there's a clause in her contract that might allow her to cross over into the movies. I'm thinking Captain America 3 is a pretty likely candidate for that, just because a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters always end up in Captain America movies. It's a little too late for her to be in Avengers 2. Now that she's on the team though, I feel like she's gonna balance out the May equation. Like, May is the cavalry, she's a badass, but she's really cold. So I feel like Mockingbird is gonna get a lot of the jokes that they can't give to May, like the badass female jokes. Skye isn't really a badass, even though she's very capable. She mostly gets the silly jokes, like the ones that Hunter can't do. Speaking of which, I feel like we all kind of thought that she was going to be the crazy ex-wife that Hunter just would not shut up about. It just would have been too sweet if it had been true, which is why I was so happy when they confirmed it. It just means that the team's going to get to have that much more fun giving Hunter, admittedly a douchebag, just a bunch of shit this season about it. Based on her rapport with the team, it feels like she goes way back with some of the veteran members. The reference to her hair was a nod to Mockingbird in the comics though, being blonde. Also, Adrian Palicki was blonde on Friday Night Lights, so you could take it either way, like as a wink to the comics or to Friday Night Lights. I think it was more of a comic book Easter egg. Just as a bonus, I have to mention Skye's dad. He's a really big deal on the show, but we're just now getting to know him. He is very clearly affected by the obelisk, so I'm guessing he studied it for a long time and just was changed physically somehow. We didn't see him transform or anything in the episode, but it did seem like he has super strength. Skye called him a monster, so I wouldn't be surprised if he turns into a real monster by the end of his arc. I'm hoping he makes it past the mid-season finale. The Garrett character actually lasted through a whole season, so now I'm kind of thinking of him as the new Garrett. Kraken is the big bad, but I feel like the tease at the end of this episode was Masters of Evil. So I don't know who his character is going to end up being, Skye's dad, but that's what I'm thinking right now. It's just like a version of Masters of Evil. Let me know though, what was your favorite moment, and what do you think is going to happen with Skye's dad? Like, is he actually going to turn into a monster at some point this season? So overall, I gave the episode a solid B+. It really did feel like a short movie, like a very short Captain America movie. I totally love the way they made Adrian Palicki's character look like Black Widow, like they gave her that Black Widow badass moment. One of the only things I really didn't like about the episode was the Ward scene. I'm not digging Ward in that prison. I feel like he needs to get out and stop acting like humble Ward and just be a normal person. I'm just getting a little tired of hearing him say, "I'm never gonna lie to you, Skye." The good thing about that though is that they are letting him out of the cage next week. Like in next week's episode, he's actually gonna come out of there and help him out. Clearly the writers have a plan for his character, so I'm really interested to see where they're gonna take him. They're not just gonna like swing him back to good. Everyone's not just gonna totally forgive him. He's gonna have to redeem himself somehow. I'm guessing it's gonna have something to do with defeating Skye's dad and Kraken, or neutralizing the obelisk. Like he'll have to throw himself on that spear. Either way, let me know if you spotted any of the really big Easter eggs from the episode. Just leave them in the comments. Avengers Age of Ultron trailer next week, so be sure to subscribe to get that video. That'll be like the first thing I post Tuesday night. Just to explain the footage we're gonna see, we'll probably see Ultron Mark 1. We'll probably see the final version, with the full-on voice where he's marching around destroying stuff. We'll see all the new suits. Captain America has a new suit. Iron Man has a new suit. They're just variations on the ones they have right now, but they do look really cool. They did have that funny Avengers party scene in the Comic-Con trailer. I don't expect them to repeat that. I don't think that's going to be in the... Really the important stuff is just kind of setting up what the arc is going to be. Tony Stark, overwhelmed with work, a bit of a lazy person, creates a robot to do it for him. Robot goes evil, tries to kill them all. Very simple story. The really interesting thing that Joss Whedon has said about the movie is that Captain America and Iron Man will definitely not be friends in the movie. That's kind of his words. He said they definitely won't be friends. It just seems like more evidence that they're setting up a Captain America 3 Civil War storyline, which is basically what everyone has been saying. I actually did a video on that just a little while ago, so you can click to learn all about it. Tony Stark is totally going to be in Captain America 3, so pretty much Civil War right there. And click here to get my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 4 video. Thank you so much for watching, so let's high five, and I'll see you guys tonight.